also social media management. Then we have September 14th, safe social media use and basics for online safety. And then September 20th and 21st, we have microblogging for personal branding, the introductions, and then we have networking techniques and building professional relationships. And then the week after that, September 27th and 28th, we have email writing etiquette and basics, and then we have emotional intelligence. Then the week after that, October 4th and October 5th, we have mental health and psychosocial well-being, and then we have personal resilience. Then week after that, we have October 11th and October 12th. We have personal finance management, and then review and final presentations. So we'll basically review the entire session that we've covered. Then October 18th, we shall have now the fellows crafting and sharing their transformational stories and what they've learned throughout the 3 months period, how they've been able to transform and all of those. And then October 19th will be the graduation, of course, from the fellowship and issue of certificates for those who would have met the criteria for the same. Okay, then expectations, just look at that carefully. Expectation and code of conduct. Our expectations are very minimal, and what we want you to understand is that these expectations are very key for you to be able to graduate at the end of this period, because we don't want you to be here and not learn what you've come to learn, and that you will not be able to gain the knowledge that you want. Yeah, so please take note of this in terms of the expectations and also the content. So we expect that you will attend all the sessions 100% for you to be able to complete this and graduate at the end of the day 100% attendance. You are not allowed to miss one. If for any reasons, health, security, you are not able to attend, please communicate. You will have your mentor and you will communicate directly through your mentor. Assignments, you must be able to complete and submit all your assignments via the Google Classroom by the deadline, because we will be tracking. So you must be able to do that. And late or missing submissions affect your program completion. So you should be able to do 100% of your assignments. And then in terms of our communication, we should be able to be very respectful and professional on all platforms. And then we should use our full names as it is appearing in our applications. Whether you're doing introductions, whether you are submitting your assignments, you should be able to use your full names. That way, your submissions do not get mixed up with the rest of other participants. And then active participation is encouraged throughout the sessions. You should be able to engage so that you are able to basically learn everything that you're supposed to learn. If there are questions you need to ask, you can ask. If there are group activities, you should attend. If there are mentorship sessions for the entire group, you should attend. You should be able to share insight. You should be able to contribute positively to the group. So basically, active participation is very key, and you should be able to do that. And then in terms of graduation requirements, we have basically 3 requirements. Number 1 is full attendance. You must have 100% attendance. I've mentioned that all assignments must be completed, and then you should have also demonstrated active participation through the mentorship group and also the group work that will be prepared throughout the session. So those are the expectations that we have that must be followed for you to be able to graduate at the end of this fellowship. They are not very difficult, so you should be able to push through it. Yeah, so I think these are just closing remarks. Before we do that, I'll stop sharing my screen. I'll check if Angelina is there. Angelina, please confirm if you're there. Confirm if you're there so that we can hand it over to you.
Angelina is not there, so she's using MTN. Yeah, MTN has broken down.
Okay, you can provide further inputs for everything that I've covered so far before we can do the Q&A now.
Yes, so there is an internet breakdown for MTN. So I think for all those ones who miss, they will have to later on follow the presentation via the live stream. It's good that we have been able to live stream the session so they can follow the recording later. So at this point, if there are any questions, ladies and gentlemen, if there are any questions, now the floor is open. I see there's a question in the chat box. Someone is asking that, are we going to get the presentation file? Yes, you're going to get all these presentations. The presentation will be shared through the Google Classroom. So from there, you will get through the Google Classroom. So at any point, if you have questions about both presentations, the overview that was given by Ross and also the presentation given by Brenda, if you have any questions, please ask. You know, usually when you ask questions, it helps clear a lot of doubts and it helps us move really well. So if you have any questions about the presentations, please ask. If you are in a place that you cannot speak, you can just leave your questions in the chat box and we'll be able to answer. Thank you. Time for questions, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Fellow colleagues. So my question is, are we going to record the attendance list because I saw it on our chart? I don't know if it will be possible to share it here so that we can record our attendance list.
Yes, Joseph.
Yeah, attendance list. Are we going to share it here or not?
No,
okay.
We will share it here. Before we end the session, we will share here the attendance. Then you can just use it through the link to mark your attendance for today.
Okay, you can share it through the whatever, the message box.
Through the chat. We'll share through the chat.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Catherine is asking the assignments would be individually or group. Yeah, depending on the session, there are some sessions that are basically for an individual. So for instance, if we talk about writing a cover letter, that's an individual. So you would be given assignments and then you go and do it individually. Then if there are sessions that require a group work, it will be given as a group, but of course you'll be informed at the session because the assignments will also be presented at the end of the session. So you'll be informed whether this is an individual assignment or a group assignment.
Yes, and just to add on that, the assignments will be shared via the Google Classroom, and also the assignments will be submitted via the Google Classroom, and also will be graded by the teacher from the Google Classroom. So you will be seeing your grades on the Google Classroom, and at the end, also when we are doing our monitoring and evaluation, we'll see all your grades there. So you need to be familiar with the Google Classroom. You need to know how you're supposed to submit assignments, If you're given the assignment, you need to know how you're supposed to submit the assignment. No assignment will be submitted via email or WhatsApp or stuff like that. All assignments will be submitted through the Google Classroom so that we'll be able to track your different performances. And then someone is asking, is the entire program virtual? No, the entire program is not virtual. For those who are in Juba, we will be having, like I mentioned at the start, we will have like two or three in-person sessions. We will have two or three in-person sessions, like for 2 hours also, not the entire day. Just the same like this one we are having. We can have like, we'll have 2 hour session where we meet one of the afternoons and then on a weekend also, and then we can go through the sessions. But for those ones, like some of you are not in Juba, so those who are not in Juba, the program will be entirely virtual for you. But those who are not in Juba, those who are in Juba, you will have in-person sessions. I hope that answers your question. Where done. And then another person, Mark, is saying, I missed the presentation. I was having spiritual attack from MTN network. Yeah, sure. Even MTN network had broken down. Even on my end, it has broken down. I had to switch to digital. That is why you see I'm back online. Yeah, so MTN internet had an issue. What you can do is we are going to share the presentation. You can follow the presentation of Google Classroom. And also the recording is there. You will follow the recording on YouTube. Otherwise, so sorry about the network. And then Callisto is asking, will the participant be group for assignments? Or what do you mean when you mention group work? Yes, of course. One, she mentioned that there's a mentorship model. So, for example, we will see how many of you will be active for the past 2 weeks of the fellowship. And then those that are active based on the attendance record, then those people will be grouped. You will be assigned. For example, some of you will be under Brenda, some of you will be under myself, some of you will be under Adud, and some of you will be under Ross. There are 4 mentors in this fellowship. So we will also see if we can bring more mentors, depending on the number of fellows we will have. But for now, we are not going to group. We want to see your consistency for the first 4 sessions, and then those are the people that we are going to consider to be to be included in the fellowship. And yes, so that is it. So based on those groups, so your mentors might give you group assignments where you're supposed to do as groups. So that also helps you collaborate online. How then do you communicate with yourselves via email, or how then do you collaborate with yourselves over WhatsApp? That way also we try to see that you are able to connect with yourselves. And then Winnie is asking, are the notes going to be shared via email? No. Again, we mentioned that the notes will not be shared by email. The notes will not be shared via WhatsApp. The notes will be shared through the Google Classroom. So you see how like when we post a message and then you get even an email notification that hey, a message has been shared on Google Classroom. So that's the same thing. Once we upload the notes, you will then receive a notification that notes have been shared. So you will then go there and download the notes from Google Classroom. And again, assignments. Also, your assignments will be given to you through the Google Classroom. And then Google Classroom will tell you the deadline to the assignment is this, and then you have to follow that, and then you have to submit your assignment also as required. Um, and then, okay, yes. So that is it. If there are any more questions about the fellowship, please ask. I hope I've answered all the questions. Any other more questions that needs to be answered? Okay,
So
silent.
I want to ask about the sessions, duration of sessions. Like for instance, we have started today on the 16th of August. So we are going to end on 18th of October, if not mistaken. So we have mentioned
Yes.
that 2 months. Yes, when you calculate, it can become like 2 months. It can be like 2 months, not 3 months. I don't know, is it
Becomes how
oversight?
many months?
It can be 2 months, not 3 months. From today until October 18th. It is 2 months, not 3 months, I think. right? If not mistaken.
Brenda, maybe you can answer that. Have you got what he's saying?
He's saying that it is 2 months and not 3 months.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, because you mentioned that 3 months. Yeah.
It is actually 3 months. How are you computing? So just count how many weeks those are from 16th. I'm just trying to open my calendar. So you have from 16th to 19th. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes, Brenda. I think the guy is right. For example,
Mm.
16 August to 16 September, that is 1 month. And then from 16 September to 16 October, that is another month, making it 2 months. And you're saying we will end this fellowship on 19 September. So that is approximately 2 months and 3 days.
19th of October.
Yeah. 16 August to 16 September, that is 1 month. Then from 16
Means,
September,
means
16 October, that is another month. Is it not 2 months? And then you count 17, 18, 19. So, or you are calculating actually 4 weeks for a month.
yeah, the month is 4 weeks. It can't exceed that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes, and also when you include the time for the onboarding, you see how the onboarding process, like how you've been brought to see that you have joined the WhatsApp group, the Google Classroom, and stuff. So all
Yeah.
that time is calculated.
So the time allocation is not just for the sessions alone. It is for the entire process, because then we've dedicated time throughout the process from the time of the onboarding onwards. So it's not only for the actual sessions alone.
Yes,
The
and
16
then
is the actual session, but then before then, and then also we compute like how many weeks that rolls out to until the end of the actual sessions.
I hope that answers your question. I hope that answers your question. Mien, is your question answered? Yeah, okay. And then someone is suggesting that for the in-person session for those in Juba, Saturday and Sunday meetings can be merged. We can have a 1 day, 4-hour session instead. Yeah, that is also a good suggestion. Um, Brenda will be planning that, and then she will inform us on what is feasible, what is very feasible in that aspect. So I think, Brenda, you can plan that and see what works. Do we have to have two in-person sessions, or we can have one that is merged? But I think it's usually good if we meet like two two to three times than if we meet just once for long. The purpose of fellowships is not necessarily because people really want to meet, but because of the purpose of this meeting themselves. Because when we meet, then we get to engage. Even sometimes we say we're going to meet for 2 hours, or we end up meeting
We
for
will
4 hours.
extend. Yeah.
Yes, yes. But then if we meet once, sometimes we forget ourselves, yeah? But then if we say we meet 2 or 3 times, when we meet once, again, you come and meet again, and then there are chances that you can actually build a network within that period. You get to know 2 to 4 people, even in details. But I will leave that for Brenda to plan, and then she will inform us on how the in-person meetings will go in Juba. Otherwise, thank you so much for the suggestion, Lexis. It's duly noted. It's noted and it's taken into consideration. And then James Khan is asking, what is the criteria for assignment submissions? So the assignment submissions will be really based on the facilitator for that specific sessions. Because when you see there are about several sessions that you're going to go through, about 18 sessions, 17 sessions. So these sessions are all facilitated by different people. So these different people, they will have their own criteria for their assignments. So we cannot precisely answer you that these assignments are supposed to be A or these assignments are supposed to be B. So the facilitator for that specific day will tell you that, hey, James, the assignment is supposed to be like this, like you are supposed to record a video. For example, if it is a public speaking assignment, they might tell you, you record a 1 minute video where you express yourself, where you say most important things about yourself. And then another presenter may say, you write a 1 page essay, a personal statement essay, and you submit it in PDF. Another one may say you prepare an Excel spreadsheet, doing your monthly personal budget, and you submit in Excel. So it really depends on the facilitator for that specific day. I hope that answers your question, James. Any other questions? Please, you ask as many questions as you can so that by the time we really go out of here, you really know why you are here and why we are all here and what is the end result of this fellowship. And then also, if all questions, if you feel that all questions have been asked, then we can move to the next session. I think Adud is back. Adud, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yes. So back to you, please. Over to you.
I don't know how far you guys have gone because I've
No,
been
we just finished the overview of the fellowship. Brenda, right? We are supposed to go to fellowship structure.
So we did that as well.
Oh, okay. So we are now going
We
to
did
go. Even code of
the
conduct, right?
overview, we did the structure, we did the expectations and contact as well. We only left with the mentorship overview.
Oh, so the mentorship is supposed to be done by Ross. Ross, have you prepared for that? Ross, have you prepared for the mentorship? I see it's starting to rain my side in Juba. I don't know whether it's raining your side.
No.
My side is raining. Okay. So maybe Brenda, you can say something about the mentorship. Looks like Ross is having internet challenges. You might want to say something about the mentorship, then I can add.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I had written down a couple of notes that I could say. So the mentorship is an important pillar for the fellowship, and it is going to be an avenue that makes the fellowship more than just a training session. It's about giving you a personalized guidance, some level of accountability and support as you work on building your best self. So it's going to be more of what you working closely with somebody who can be able to provide you with some structured guidance at a very close level, which goes beyond the training itself. So the purpose of the mentorship is to provide one personalized guidance on how you can apply what you are already learning from the training. And then number two is it will also help you to be able to clarify your goals and pathways in your personal and also professional journey. Then number three, throughout the mentorship, you would be able to create a safe space where you can be able to ask questions, receive feedback, and also be able to build confidence in yourself. And the mentorship will also be an avenue for you to network and also be able to build professional relationships that may extend beyond the fellowship itself. So if you're working with Okay. So if you're working with somebody closely, then you should be in a position where you will be able to extend that relationship beyond the fellowship. So how the mentorship will work is that each fellow will be assigned a mentor, and then you may not be alone. You may be several fellows under one person, and then the mentor will be able to agree on how they can structure their mentorship. So somebody can opt for one-on-one session with all the fellows if time allows, and then somebody else can opt for a group session where they schedule with you times that are comfortable for you, that you can go through some questions, some feedback, support on maybe your assignments if there are things you do not understand in class that you want to clarify, and all of those. So it could be in a small groups. We do not want to have a lot of people in a group, just to ensure that there is some level of attention and also some level of interaction between the mentor and the mentees, or the fellows in this case. Then there will be also check-ins through the mentorship during the program, in addition to, of course, the ongoing informal guidance. So the mentorship will focus on, for instance, reviewing of your CV, your cover letters, your profiles. If you're working on a LinkedIn profile, how you can provide a professional summary. If you're writing a bio, how you can do it properly. It also would focus on providing feedback on your assignments and also your final project. If you're working on assignment and some things are not clear, you can always reach out to your mentor to be able to seek guidance on the assignment. And then also a framework where you can be able to support fellows in building confidence and also decision making. So if they give you like group work or things that you're supposed to work together, then you can be able to work together throughout the mentorship cycle. So in terms of roles and responsibilities, the mentors will be able to guide fellows in applying what they are learning through the session, and then share insights from their professional and personal experiences directly with the fellows, and also be able to provide constructive feedback on assignments and also projects, and then encourage fellows to think intentionally about their growth. So those are the roles and responsibilities of the mentor. So in terms of the responsibilities and roles of the fellows or the mentees, you should be able to take initiative in reaching out and engaging with your mentor. Once you've been assigned a mentor, don't sit and wait for the mentor to go looking for you. Can you please mute yourself? you have two devices that are conflicting with each other. You could try log out of one or keep yourself muted. I think that should help. Okay. So I was saying the responsibilities of the mentee or the fellow is one, to be able to take the initiative in reaching out and engaging with the mentor directly. Number two is for you to be very open in your communication, be very respectful and also receptive to feedback. And then number three, you follow through on agreed action points. If you are working with your mentor and there are action points that you've already agreed on, please be courteous enough to be able to follow through and work on your action points. And then use the mentorship as a space for you to ask questions and also seek clarity. Now, what you would expect at the end of this mentorship is to be able to have practical feedback on your personal brand toolkit. What I mean by personal brand toolkit are like the CVs, the cover letters, the bios, the LinkedIn profile, and all of those forms your personal brand toolkit. So you should be able to have practical feedback and on those toolkits. And then you should also be able to gain clarity on your career goals and pathways. And then you should also build confidence in networking and communication, and then develop a mindset for intentional growth that extends beyond the fellowship. So the mentorship is not about giving you all the answers, but about helping you discover on your own. It works best if you actively participate, ask questions, and put in the work. What I mean by putting the work is if there are things you've agreed on doing, you should be able to do it. Action plans, you should be able to do it. Assignment, you should be able to do it. So it works best if you are able to put in the work. The more you invest in your relationship with your mentor, the more you will be able to get out of the mentorship. I think that's everything that I would cover under this. Bida, over to you in case you have something else to add, or Angelina. Thank you. Yes, Angelina, please, over to you.
Oh, okay. Thank
I
you
don't know
very
if
much.
Bida has something else to add. You can please go ahead.
Okay. Bida, do you have anything to add?
Can you people hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Angelina,
Or are
you're
you speaking
breaking.
with
I
me
can't
or
hear
someone?
you.
Mr. Bida, you can proceed with anything that you want to add to what Brenda has said. Am I still breaking?
No, you're loud and clear.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yes, pretty much you summarized what needs to be said. So you can give an opportunity to the fellows to ask questions. So if the fellows have any questions, they can please ask. They can ask, and then we will be able to answer the questions. Thank you. Yeah, so just give an opportunity for the fellows to ask questions. They can ask in the chat box or unmute and then say the questions that they have. Thank you.
Hi, Angelina. Where are we at?
We are in Q&A. Whoever has a question, you can unmute and then ask your question or type in the chat box.
Yeah,
For all the participants.
yeah, I would like just to know about the, just like clarifications about coaching, mentoring, and training, because these are the different terms and they have a different meaning. So because you have talked about mentoring and coaching, now you have talked about mentor. You haven't mentioned anything about coaching. Here it is there written, mentoring and coaching in that we are going to have as a session. So I'd like just to talk more, or add more about the mentoring and coaching and training and differentiate between them. Yeah, that's my question.
I don't know if I've got you well, but your inquiry is like, is there a difference between coaching and mentoring? Is that what you are saying?
Yeah. That's my question. Even training, because it is there written in the, is it course outline or whatever there? Mentoring and coaching.
Okay.
So differentiate like, I would like to know the difference.
Okay. Okay, Brenda, Joseph is asking if there is going to be a difference between coaching and mentoring. He said, what is the difference?
Okay, so coaching and sorry, I think I'm still having challenge with the platform. It keeps sending me out and coming back on. So I was saying, Joseph, there is a difference between mentorship and coaching. Mentorship is more of where you work with an experienced person and that person gives you or share with you their experiences and you learn from that. But coaching is where somebody guides you, helps you to reflect on your goals, you know, and values and all of those without necessarily giving you the answers. They just provide you with some form of guidance for you to be able to make your own decisions. That's what coaching is. In the entire program, the fellowship program, we are going to be using the mentorship approach, where you would be learning from somebody who has the experience. They'll be sharing with you the experience and you learn from that. Whereas I mentioned something about coaching, I mentioned it under the build your best self in general, not in terms of the fellowship. So in the build your best self, yeah, there are elements of coaching and other things. But for the fellowship, we will only be using the mentorship. So there'll be no coaching. There'll only be mentorship. I hope that answers your question. Please give a thumbs up and you know if that answers your question. Okay, yeah.
Okay, and then Tologa Robin is asking, what are the criteria for assigning the mentees for like that? I don't know what is. I think he's asking what are the criteria for assigning the mentees to the mentor, something like that.
Oh yeah, it's because we mentioned that we will be assigning we have 4 mentors right now, and then we will be assigning uh, the, the, the mentees to the mentors. There are no complicated criteria. A few of the criteria we will be using are, of course, balance of numbers based on the number of mentors and the mentees that we're having. Also, in terms of alignment with the mentors' expertise, that will be used when we are assigning mentees, because when the mentor is speaking out a number to mentor, they have the appropriate number that they can handle, and also in terms of their expertise, what are they able to offer, and then also in terms of the diversity of the mentees. Yeah, we look at gender, we look at background, educational background, maybe, all of those, to be able to ensure that there's some level of diversity in terms of how the group will be structured. And then we also have a clear criteria in terms of commitment and participation. Not everybody will get to be mentored. If you are not able to demonstrate some level of commitment and participation, then you may not fall through for the mentorship sessions. So you must be able to demonstrate a level of commitment and participation throughout the session on yourself. Yeah. I think those are some of the basic criteria that we're going to use to be able to match up the mentees to the mentors. Over to you, Angelina.
Okay, yeah, just to add on that as we wait for Angelina to come in. Yeah, so with the mentorship is a long-term engagement. So precisely in difference, we say that the mentorship is a long-term engagement, whereas coaching is something very short and also goal is specific. And then, like she mentions, the mentorship goes beyond just tackling a specific goal. It tackles a range of goals, and it's a long-term engagement. Like we have 2 months to discuss and to really know a lot and to help you understand your career paths and stuff. And that is why also she mentioned in the criteria that we will need to have your commitment also as part of what we'll then see if you are fit for this mentorship program and stuff. Yeah, so pretty much that is it. So if there are any other questions, please ask.
Winnie is asking, will data
If
be
that
provided in the long run? Sorry, Winnie, we will not be providing internet. So that will be part of your responsibility or level of commitment. We will not be providing that. Over to
Yeah,
you,
sure.
Antonio.
There will be, yeah, so there will be no data provided. So it's really on the participants to ensure that you budget. That's what we told you at the start. You have to budget. You have to know that every Saturday and Sunday from 2 p.m. you have the sessions to undertake. So you plan and see that you have the budget, or you can access free. You can access a place for free internet. So I think there are a lot of places using Starlink in town, and I see most of them they charge about 3,000 SSP per day. There's one guy who was telling me he's joining from Rock City. There are a couple of places I see in Rock City charging that. Even I'm told in Gudele there are some places, and I heard also someone saying he was joining from High Amarat. I don't know if he's also using Starlink, or if you have your friends who are working in some offices with reliable internet, you can be able to join it. It's also just part of your commitment, like we mentioned, to show how serious you are to being part of this fellowship, and also to getting the best out of it. Yeah. So it's really on you to plan how you want to how you're going to get that throughout the session. Thank you. Any other questions? And then someone was asking about the platform. So today is really not a problem of the platform. Today is majorly an internet challenge. So I don't know whether it's due to bad weather, but there's really a big problem with internet today, especially for us who are joining through these mobile telecoms. Now I keep switching between digital and MTN, just because of bad internet. But entirely, it's not a problem of the platform. Jitsi is very good; it's a very reliable platform. But again, of course, it relies on internet. So for it to work well, the internet has to be good. The internet has to be good. Yes.
I'm using Starlink now and it keeps going on and off as well. So maybe
Yeah. Yeah. So, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So please, if you have any final questions, please ask. We are left with 16 minutes to wrap up the session.
there is somebody, Suya Anna. She needs help with some questions that she has not asked. I think she should go ahead and ask her questions. She's saying, I'm really left behind. Maybe I will watch it later in the YouTube. Please go ahead
Yes,
and ask the
yes,
question. You are here. You don't need to go to YouTube. You have the opportunity to ask the questions.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Sia Anna James Esbon. So my main point of saying that maybe I'll reserve my question because I'm left behind is that I've been off and on. So I don't know, maybe the question that I'm going to ask, it's already answered. So I don't want to bother. That's why I was like, let me just reserve it. Maybe for another day, it's okay.
Just ask the question. We will provide the response, even if it was previously asked. No problem.
Of course, my question will be based on the conversation, but since it was off and on, I couldn't figure exactly what to ask. That's why I was like, maybe I can watch it later. Yeah,
Okay, that's it.
yeah.
Back to you, Mr. Bida.
Oh, okay. Um, okay, then that's fine. If there are no more questions, so we will start with our first session tomorrow around the same time. I just hope that our internet will be good. I hope it will be nice. Today has been very rough, I think, even for myself. Yes, so yes, again, like I said, we will hopefully have like we'll hopefully have like a better internet tomorrow when we meet for the next session. So this is officially the first session. So what we are going to do is we're going to have a 3 minutes break. So in this break, we are going to share the presentation. We are going to share the not presentation. We are going to share the attendance in the chat box, and then you click on the link for the attendance and then fill your attendance for today. So in this is a break. Please register your attendance here. For those ones who are following on YouTube, we will share the attendance link in the live chat.
Someone is raising a hand. I think he wants to ask a question. I don't know.
Yes, they can proceed, please. Meanwhile, the attendance is shared in the chat box. Please click on that link and then register your attendance for today. You choose the first session and then choose your name and stuff. I hope all of you can see the attendance link in the chat box. For those ones who are following on YouTube, we are sharing the link in the live chat, and then we will pin it for those ones who are following on YouTube. Can you confirm all if you can see the attendance link, please? Are you guys seeing the attendance link? Okay, yes. So click on that link and then register your attendance today. For those ones who are following on the YouTube, we are putting the attendance link in the live chat. I have already put it, and then I am pinning it also on the live chat, so you will be able to. Yes, I've pinned the attendance on YouTube. You can register. Otherwise, thank you all for joining. Enjoy your break. If any question comes up, don't hesitate to ask, and then you can always. Yeah, otherwise, today has been a rough day, internet wise, for all of us. We hope that the internet improves really tomorrow. We hope that the internet improves really tomorrow. Yes, Callisto, the attendance is there. Callisto, just check the chat box just below your message. I've put the attendance again. So click on it and register your attendance for today. Yes, and then I don't know if how many of you are part of the Your Skill Boost. So we share a lot of opportunities there. So you 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. After 2 minutes, we will have our final comments. And in case you're facing challenges filling out the attendance, don't hesitate to let us know, and then we see how we can help you. Abraham, Baka, Mark, Mien, Anna, Guy, Catherine, Majok, James, Kaku, Callisto, Nyakwar. I hope all of you, Winnie, I hope all of you have been able to access the attendance register. In case you've faced any challenges, you let us know. We have about 1 minute left so that we can have the final comments and okay, Mark, yes, great. Mark is done. Yes, I think when you are done, you try to type done in the chat box so that we know how many people are actually done with the attendance register. If you are done, just type done. Yes, James, good. Winnie, good. Yeah, if you're done, just type the Kaku done, good. Abraham, Mien done, good. Another person, you can type done in the chat. Yes, Nyakwar, you want to say something? Robin, good. Where?
I'm unable
Good.
to. I'm unable
Yes.
to access the link, please. I'm not seeing it.
You check the chat box we just shared now.
All right.
Catherine, yes. Have you seen? Baka, done, good. Nyakwar, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, nice.
Beta.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you request all of us to open the video to see each other first?
Yes, yes. So you
I
guys
just
can,
admit it.
yeah,
I just admit
yes,
it,
you
yeah.
can turn on, we can all turn on our videos now so that we can take. Yes, I think Brenda, you can take a photo, a screenshot from your side. Do you have a screenshot extension?
I don't think.
You can use snipping tool if you don't have.
Snipe.
You can use.
Okay.
Yes.
Snipe.
Yeah, so we can turn on our